Hello Virgo and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess. This is your weekly love reading. It is a general reading, so it is around any relationship or any sort of energy that is affecting your heart at this moment in time. I can hear the little chooks in the background making a cute noise. Anyway, so let's get stuck into it, Virgo. I actually already shuffled some of the cards for you and we'll get stuck into it. So like I said, it's general. Just take or leave what resonates and what doesn't for you. Now, the situation, we have the Knight of Wands crossed by the Four of Swords. So this is someone wanting to take action but being unable to do that with this energy here. So there's frustration around that. We have, it could be desire. It could be around advances sexually as well, or really wanting to move forward and doing something and not being able to do that. The energies crowning you, we have the Seven of Wands and the Four of Wands. So you're presenting as the Seven of Wands and the other energy is getting the Four of Wands. So you're trying to find higher ground here. So you're actually in quite a position of power, but it's like you're actually willing to defend what it is that you want here. You might be a little bit on the defensive, but it's like, you're willing to say, this is what I want, and now you're having to defend your position because you're not kind of getting what you want out of it. For them, they've got stability. They've got stability around them. They are kind of happy with it as it is. For you, you're wanting something a little bit more here. There's something, you want it, something that you're not getting out of this, or it's not going where you want it to go. So again, it's a little bit of a clash between where both of you are at this moment in time. And yeah, feeling like for them, they've got the happy marriage card. They're seeing this as a really good union. They're seeing this as something that, they're wanting to commit to. And you're kind of warding that off for whatever reason. It's like you're trying to push that away. I don't know why, Virgo. We have at the base of the reading, and you can swap these around. This you might feel like the other side. At the base of the reading, the energies deep down could be subconscious, could be your soul influencing this. These are energies that you may or may not be aware of. But I feel like you are with these two cards because they're very strong major arcana cards. For you, you've got the Hermit and they've got the Emperor. So for you, it's a bit more of soul searching, finding the answers within, looking to see. There's a feeling of being a bit lost. Feeling the energy I'm getting is a bit lost in this connection somehow. But for them, they're feeling quite solid. They're feeling quite stable. They're wanting to make this, they kind of feel like they're getting what they want from this connection here, but you're not. And so actually this is your card here, the Hermit card, Virgo. And so it's you coming back to yourself and retreating back into yourself really and going, what is it that I want here? What is it deep down that I want? Because the other person really knows what it is that they want. But it can't just be one-sided, if you know what I mean. So we have, as the recent past energy, you've got the Two of Pentacles and they've got the High Priestess. So for you, you're juggling some energies here. This could be, there's two things you're going back and forward. It's like there's ambivalence of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth about this. It could be, you have something else that is pulling you in another direction that is, you kind of thinking, do I have to make a decision here between these two people or these two energies, or you're working really hard. It just feels like your energy is not centered, whereas theirs is very centered. You can see here with this High Priestess energy, and this is the recent past, the energies that has been leaving you, but there's a lot of back and forth with you, uncertainty, unsure, juggling a lot of energies. But for them, they're, again, very intuitive and going intuitively, feeling quite centered and understanding this is what I want and I'm trusting my intuition on this one. So, but you're in kind of the opposite space here with that Two of Pentacles energy, because it's not feeling, it might not intuitively be feeling quite right for you. There's something that's not, something that I just get this ambivalence that you can see both sides and you're undecided as to which way you're going to go with this. In the near future, we have the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So you're presenting as the Ace of Wands and they're presenting as the Queen of Wands. Well, here we go, alignment. You're aligning back in again. But it's very much a case of, for you, it might be, okay, I know what it is that I want now. But it might actually not involve them because it's an ace. It's a new beginning for you. There is a new desire here. So for some of you, this could be a new direction for you. But for some of you, it's this sense of, I'm just looking at this for a second, Virgo, to get a sense of what that Queen of Wands is, because this other person really, really likes you. And so you step into this energy that you understand what it is that you're wanting now. And it is very aligned because it's the two wands. For them, it's such a dominant energy that's coming in for them. It's almost like, okay, I know what, now you know what you want. I'm taking that with me. Let's bring it all together. Like it's kind of, they're claiming some sort of ownership over it. So because the Queen of Wands has got that wand in her hand, going, okay, now I understand. I got what I want. Let's look for the future. Let's, how can we make this work? And you're like, I only just worked out what it was that I wanted. So, and now you're taking that and, you know, running with it. But hold on a second, kind of energy to this. So we have you in the situation and them, and you're presenting as the Three of Swords and they're the Eight of Cups. So there's this sense of, you know, for you, you might be, there might be some hurt that is coming up that is blocking you from wanting to really commit or step into this energy here with this person. And because you're doing this, you could actually be creating a bit of anguish and heartache for them because you seem uncertain as well. There's an uncertainty on someone's behalf here. The other person's like, well, if you're not sure, I'm just going to walk away. So that's kind of where it seems like it's at. This is at the present moment. And there's also a sense of, you know, I don't need to be, someone saying I don't need to be hurt anymore. So if that's what you're going to do to me by being unsure or not knowing what it is that you want, then I don't want that. I don't want to feel like there's something missing in this relationship because you're, you know, I want it to feel like a whole. So at the moment, it might be that you're both presenting as not in the best headspace. You're not both in a particularly good space with this at the moment. The energies around you are actually quite good though. So you've got the World card, which is, you're seeing that there is the completion of a cycle here. And they've got the Star card, which is replenishment and wishes coming true. So it's kind of confusing energy here, Virgo, as to this energy around you. Definitely there's a cycle, but for them, they're able to look after themselves and nourish themselves and get back on track and find themselves back into a good place. So if they are wanting, if they're not feeling great right at this second, there is energies around them that they can tap into and replenish themselves. And for you, it's very much, you know, there's a lot of other things that might be tempting you here with the World card that's looking outward and going, well, what else is out there kind of energy. So, yeah, there's a real uncertainty with this relationship, definitely. hopes and fears, we have the Tower on your behalf and the Queen of Cups on their behalf. And again, like I said, you can always swap the placements around, but one person is wanting to kind of really shake this up. You know, if things aren't working, let's kind of get to the bottom of it. Let's just get rid of everything that's not working in the relationship. And for the other person, it's like, I need to go back into my place of nurturing myself and making sure I'm happy and that I'm okay. And so one person's kind of retreating and one person's trying to kind of take action here and shake everything up. So, yeah, it's almost like, you know, as a hope and fear for the Tower, it's like, you know, everything falling apart. It could be a fear, but a hope would be shaking everything up for the better. And for the Queen of Cups, it can be as a hope, yes, wanting to find nourishment and fulfillment within the relationship. And the fear is that, you know, you're on your own here. So, yeah, it feels like it's kind of right on the edge. And there might be a history of conflict in this relationship, that it might be kind of at the point of no return, might seemingly seem like that with an outcome of the Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords, which is there's a loss here and there's also a lot of stress and anguish coming through and unreal fears. So I do feel it's funny with the near future, because I would say you two are aligning, but it doesn't feel like you're aligning with your own desires, and it might not necessarily be together. So I feel like there's a going in different directions energy to this. So and if it is that someone else is kind of going, well, you know, I want to go in your direction, or I want what you're doing, I want what you want. That's also not working within this relationship. It's not the right dynamic here. So, yeah, it does feel like there's some kind of separation coming up around this. Or just this could be like a sort of a lot has come to the surface in terms of a lot of things that haven't been working in the relationship have come up. And it's kind of come to a bit of a head. So it could be a bit of a fight or an emotional state. We've got the Firefly for you. It doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to transition and heal. But for some of you, this could be kind of, you know, it's time to say goodbye. Time to go in different directions. But there's a disconnect definitely coming up with this. So I'm just pulling cards from the Animal Spirit deck. We've got the Firefly for you, and for them, we've got we have the Lion. Okay, the cards are falling out everywhere here, Virgo. So yeah, I think there's a little bit of ego and pride coming up for them with the Lion. They might be ignoring you, turning their back and just not speaking at this moment in time. And for you, there'll be moments of enlightenment with this, like moments of understanding, of realization, moments of seeing the truth and seeing what this is. Actually seeing what they are or what their vision is. There's just moments of illumination around this relationship coming through, Virgo. So moments of understanding, really. Fleeting moments of kind of understanding what's going on, what this dynamic is. And particularly in terms of, I think it's really connected to the Lion and what they see their territory as. What do they feel like their kingdom is? What is it that they want and own and are the authority of? Because it's funny, we had in the near future this energy, which was the Ace of Wands, like, okay, I've got my idea. I know where I want to go now. And they're like, okay, I'm going to take that. And it's like, but it's mine. So there's very much someone's dominating the space here, or dominating taking too much. There's a dynamic like that going on, which is not going to work. Someone's probably being a little bit too dominant, and now the person's feeling a little bit lost. And that's kind of the energy that we've got coming up. And it's all been coming up. I might just pull another card around this. Why is this coming up? Is it coming up to be cleared, or is it coming up because it's the end? Sorry, there's a card that's just flung up onto the floor. We've got the King of Swords. It's coming out because the truth needed to come out here and some action needs to be taken. So, and I think the action's going to be for the better of both of you, especially you, Virgo. But it's just a matter of if it is for the best, if you know what I mean. Something needs to be severed in this relationship. Some kind of toxicity or authority, or someone having too much control. There's something like that is coming in with this King of Swords energy and making some very clear decisions about what is acceptable and what isn't. So I hope that makes sense, Virgo, and resonates for some of you. Yeah, it's a tricky one. But I do feel like it is positive, because there's a little bit of toxicity here, and this relationship is not good, is not having a positive impact on you. You're kind of retreating and contracting. So, yeah, I think it's time to let something go with it, whatever that might be. So I hope that makes sense and helps some of you, Virgo. If you'd like to hear more, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.